Hey everybody, it's Joy Packard. I am back from CES from Nashville the last few days, and I'm just trying to catch up on family life and work life and all kinds of life whenever you leave to go away on a trip. And those of you who have watched the last podcast that I did, we talked a little bit about some green juice, and I'm drinking my green juice today. And I did talk about buying my juice, and this is it here, and this is cold press. It's not just like whatever it is, but it is cold pressed juice. I am buying another juicer, and will juice sometimes because I have some cool juicing recipes. But today I needed my green juice, so whenever you have to do so, you just go get it. This one has kale, spinach, cucumber, celery, and apple. It's called Green Power, and it's really, really yummy. So, instead of reaching for a Coke, you can reach for a green juice. And so one of the things that came up at this awesome conference, and I think I talked a lot about networking and, getting together with other people who do what you do. And, I've been to China twice. Many of you know that. I went this year in, I think it was March, and then I went the previous year in March. And we've had a lot of awesome experiences in China. And so at this CES in Nashville, I had several people come up and ask me about, taking them to China. And so, I said, well, if you can gather, a group of however many, and then, I'll consider it. And so we haven't even advertised or talked about it yet. So, and it's already getting to the point where I think it would be worth it for me to do it. And so we are thinking, hi, Angie, it was good to meet you. And so, we've all considered going to China, and, those of you who are in the Amazon business, we like to talk about private label. And I've been, like I say, to China twice, and so I did it wrong the first time as far as travel arrangements, and this time I'm doing it the way that I know. And basically what we're trying to put together, and the website up is just an early notification list. It's very, very prelim. But if you're interested at all, there is a link above or below, or wherever the links are. Hey, Rob, I have to get to see you on Facebook, but I have to look at you from far away at the conference and get to talk to you. If any of you have any interest at all, there is a link above here. That you can get on the early notification list. I'm shooting and thinking about next April. And basically, I'm thinking of a group of about 15 to 18, no more than 20. Once you start getting past 20, 25, I'm learning that it will, it's too big and it's hard to control. And so some preliminary thoughts for you would be that it would be something like 6 days and 5 nights, and it would include your hotel and your translator. We would have networking events at night, and we would basically do market for 3 days and maybe 4, from like when it opens from 9 and goes till 5. And then it would probably include your breakfast and your dinner, and then lunch will be on your own because everybody's on different schedules. Everybody's on different schedules as far as when they are going to eat or where they are in the market or whatever. And then basically we'll meet up. Oh, awesome! You're going to China. How you guys doing? And that's awesome. And so I wasn't going to do this, but I've had so many requests for it, and it's actually jumping. In fact, I'm putting this together as I'm putting my course together, but I thought I would just throw it out there and then just kind of see what the interest level was, and that's what the link is, which is above or below, that you can get notified. Now, I know, men, that, okay, Lisa, so I'm thinking, I've had a lot of women tell me that they go on these China trips and are overpowered by the men. Hi, Karen. I am live. And so we're thinking of doing our first women's China trip. And it's awesome. And I think that, like I say, I was telling you what it included. And basically, these are just preliminary thoughts. It's basically, your hotel, your 2 meals, your networking events, a translator to help you, and just some of my preliminary thoughts, because there's some things that are good to know before you go, like what to pack and what to eat, and what to wear, what to bring. And, you know, maybe, you know, when we went with one of my China trips, we got there at a specific time of the day where we were supposed to go see the Great Wall of China. Well, guess what I saw whenever I got there because it was so late at night? This is what the Great Wall of China looked like to me. It looked just like this. That's supposed to be black. Black. Here, I'll show you what I mean. It looked like this. Nothing. We didn't get to see it. I went all the way to China and I didn't get to see it because, you know, it just didn't happen. So, you know, I was thinking about doing a day or two of a touring because you're going all the way to China. Anyway, so I know people that can, if you're going to go first class or biz class, have some connections on how to, you know, get you there more comfortably. I have connections on how to get your visa the easiest, quickest way. And so those are some of my preliminary thoughts. I don't think I want to take more than 20. So that's why I say 18. I would say 15 to 18 max. I have a good friend. I don't know if she's watching on here, but she went with me to both events. And her name is Nina. Nina, if you're watching or you get on here, I'm talking about you. We've talked about doing this together, and now it's starting to come to pass. So I'm thinking about putting this together the best way that I know how. I'm not you know, I'm sure that there's many people who know more about this than I do, and that's okay. I've decided that, you know what, I've had people ask me. I'm happy to share what I know, and I don't know all the answers, and I'm, you know, going to learn just like you on some things, but there's some things that I do know. And like I say, I've been to China twice on 2 different occasions. And so I do know a little bit more than I did before I went. And I made great connections over there with some suppliers. The other thing I was thinking about including is helping you get, you know, your shipping all in order because, you know, it's a little bit tedious, you know, to, you know, order your stuff and then trying to get it to the United States. And do I do it by air? Do I do it by plane or whatever? And so, you know, we have a few connections of those kind of groups that we can throw in. So, which town? I'm going to reveal that whenever I put together the page, Angie, but I can PM you. So, that's what I was thinking. And I think that, like I said, you know, I had literally at least maybe 8 to 10 women in Nashville tell me they want me to take them. And, you know, how do you say no to that? How do you say no to all these nice people that want to go? And, you know, and those of you who know me and have met me know and realize that I like to share. And I like to share what I know. And sometimes what I know is not everything that everybody else knows. But I can share what I have learned, and I can share what, you know, I have done in the past and what's worked for me. You know, we've had over 5 to 8 different private label items that have been in our inventory. And I'm actually attending another private label retreat next month with Andy Slammons. I'm so excited about that. There's 12 of us going to a private retreat. So I continue to gear my Amazon business toward private label. So that is what this video is about. It's number 1 to recap and tell you and remind you how important events are. And sometimes, you know, it's not just the content that you go for. I mean, the content can be good or bad, but it's the connections that you make with people. And there's lots of you that I see here on Facebook, and it's so fun to be able to meet you in person and to put a face with a name. So, one way or another, this Amazon newbie course is going to get done. The reason why I got kind of put on hold, and those of you who are in the Amazon business know about a lot of the different changes that were happening over the last few weeks. Kind of waiting to see if that changes very much, but I guess what I'll do is just put it out there and then put it with updates and stuff like that. But anyway, this kind of came up, and I'm very, very excited about it. So, like I say, if at all you have any interest, I want to see if it'll fly. If I can get, you know, 18 people interested, 15 to 18 people interested, it'll be a go. And I'm shooting for, in my mind, next April or so. You know, after Q4, after, you know, the beginning of the new year with everything that's going on, and after the Chinese New Year, whatever. I'll have to go look up all those dates. But we would give you, you know, plenty of time. We'd also have a payment plan, which a lot of people don't have that. So anyway, there's just some things that, you know, I'm just taking what I've learned, what I know, and making it to where if you really want to learn, you know, how that is done and to go with a fun group of people, specifically, you know, and down the road, we'll probably include the men, but this is going to be kind of a niche. This is going to be kind of a niche just for Amazon women. So it'll be something that nobody's ever done, at least that I don't know of, that of the China trips that have been put together. And I've never heard of anybody. I mean, maybe people have gone on their own, but not a group that is out there and says, okay, China trips for women or whatever. And no offense to the men, but we just wanted to try and do something fun, and we'll probably include men later. But I've just had mostly women ask me at CES Nashville, please take me, show me certain things, and I promise you that I will give you my all, and it's everything that I know as far as what I've learned. And like I say, maybe I'm sure there's many, many, many experts out there that probably and do know more than I do, but that's okay. So there you go. If you want to come along, I want to see what the interest level is. I want to see, what's out there, and if we can cap it, and I might consider doing 3 of these a year, maybe 4. And it may not always be me going, but I will definitely be going to the first 1, 2, or 3. But I hope this can help you in some way. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And I hope you listen to my podcast, this recent podcast that's on my wall, if you don't know, and know about your green juice, because, instead of reaching for a Coke, this is what gets me, helps me to have a clear mind and to just feel better, So ending with that note, and the fact that, health is, I'm ending on a note of good health, and that is something like this, where you can help feel better. All right, I didn't mean for this to be this long, but it's nice for you guys to be on here with me. If you want to live subscribe, I'm sure there's a button somewhere along there to follow or live subscribe. My blog is at joypackard.com. You see the China link above if you have any interest at all. Like I say, that site is so preliminary. My VA just threw it up there just to go, but we'll be making that a lot more detailed. This just kind of came into play over the last few days. All right, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Guess what? I'm going to go watch my baby play football tonight at 6:30 p.m. He's playing quarterback. So very, very excited about that. He's a baby of 8 kids and the last of the boys to play football. So you bet that I'm going to enjoy every single minute that I get to with him. All right, so I hope you guys, again, have a wonderful day. It was nice to meet you guys, whoever came to Nashville. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Have an awesome, awesome evening.